Well, thank you for joining us on this Monday. I'm joined by meteorologist Nathan Scott. And Nathan, besides the snow, up top, it looks pretty clear up there. What are we dealing with weather-wise, though?
Good afternoon, Jurnee. Beautiful day out there, lots of blue sky, the snow covering still a large part of the state, and we can actually see that snow cover here on visible satellite. So all the white that you see across the state of Arkansas into Oklahoma, that's not cloud cover. That is all that snow still remaining in place, but that snow has been melting day by day because temperatures have been above freezing and the sun is also doing its job. It's 39 in Little Rock, 41 though in Hot Springs. Look at Camden. 48. That's because you don't have any snow cover in that part of the state. Meanwhile, it's 30 in Mountain Home. We'll hang on to plentiful sunshine through the rest of our Monday. Temperatures tonight sliding back down quickly into the 20s. Here's what you can expect today. Most locations warming up into the low, possibly mid 40s. And tonight, those numbers drop back down into the upper teens to low 20s. So any liquid out there will refreeze and we'll have to watch out for black ice once again. Look what happens tomorrow, though. Temperatures climbing into the 50s. That's not sticking around for very long, though. I've got colder numbers in my 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, Nathan, thank you. Well, today's clear skies could allow sunshine to melt much of the snow remaining. Anyone spending the day shoveling the icy flakes, doctors want you to heed caution of the stress it could cause to your heart. When leaving the house is just absolutely inevitable, you might not think twice about grabbing the shovel to move the snow out of the way. Well, doctors say what may seem like a simple task actually puts you at greater risk for a heart attack. Cardiologists with Baptist Health say the activity strains the body, which could be damaging.
We want to get it done as soon as possible, and then we're overexerting ourselves. We're getting to exhaustion mode. Our body is no longer regulating temperature the way it should. So you're doubling the strain on a heart muscle that's asked just suddenly to start providing this high volume of exercise, putting out a lot of energy, and that's how heart attacks happen.
Middle-aged men and those with pre-existing conditions are typically most vulnerable. Excessive sweating, tightness of the jaw and chest, and trouble breathing are all key indicators that you may be experiencing a heart attack. Now, when the sky goes dark, whenever snow left on the road freezes over, thus creating the phenomenon of black ice. In the passing days, Arkansas drivers were urged to be on alert. Simultaneously, local crews have worked to make conditions better. THV 11's Maya Ellison has a closer look.
Especially when you're driving. You just got to be very cautious, take your time, don't be in a hurry.
That's the message all officials are urging Arkansans to be mindful of. As the snow begins to melt, slush like this or even puddles on the highway could freeze over when temperatures begin to drop, posing problems for those on the road.
We're noticing people driving and getting off at the exits, and when they get off at the exit, they're taking the exits too fast, they're hitting ice, and some of it's black ice, and they're losing control and going off in the ditch.
When that happens, J-Hook Towing and Recovery's Tim Moody says they're sent to the rescue, keeping them extremely busy during the recent winter storm.
We've ran a little over 300 out of the central Arkansas area, and we're up just a little over 195 up in Springdale.
To avoid accidents, officials have worked to clear the roads and even parking lots. Little Rock Police Department shared tips to stay safe if you find yourself on the road, such as leaving space between cars while driving. Reduce your speed. Make sure snow and ice are off windows before driving, and be aware of black ice.
If you've got to get out, wait till about 1 or 2 o'clock. The roads are starting to melt.
And Moody says the day today for many officials won't slow down until majority of the snow is melted. As they work to keep you safe, it's your local officials who are going the extra mile to clear off the roads.
I've had guys on call, been running nonstop. Whenever it starts, it's hard to tell you when it's going to start. But when it starts, it hardly don't stop.
Little Rock Police has released the name of the person they say is connected to a Friday morning homicide. This person is Sean David Burkhart. LRPD has linked them to a death near the intersection of Shackelford Road and West Markham. We're working to learn more about the investigation. However, if you happen to see Burkhart, you should contact Little Rock Police. In Jacksonville, 2 women are dead after a house fire. It happened Saturday morning. After flames were extinguished, the remains of Jennifer Moore and Marilyn Evans were found inside. Here's a look at the scene when crews first arrived. The home was completely engulfed with fire. One person was reportedly still inside, but another woman then entered the home to rescue a dog. We will continue to follow this tragic story and provide new details once made available. The melting snow is making for wet conditions on the ground. We previously mentioned the risk for icy streets as well. For that reason, the National Guard is on standby to assist where needed. Parker Abels explains.
This mission is completely for protecting the public and helping them when they're in need. Mostly what we've been doing is getting them out of cold situations and getting them in our Humvee to warm up until assistance arrives, or getting them home or to a warm area.
These guys work 12-hour shifts each, which can get a bit exhausting, especially at night.
Night shift, we operate from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning, and it does take a lot to stay awake and drive safely, swapping crewmates to make sure that you are safe on the roads.
They've been working hand in hand with the Arkansas State Police to help people when needed. And so far, it's been working.
Just my truck alone has had greater than 20 people that have needed some sort of assistance, or we checked on just to make sure they're getting the help they need, or that a tow truck's on the way.
I went out with Staff Sergeant Benjamin Martin's group to watch how they handled these situations as they shoveled snow, helped manually pull, and more in order to get this truck out. And if they can't get someone out, they wait for a tow truck and make sure the car is safe before leaving. And one reason they're able to get that done is because of their vehicle.
They're not built for what we're using them for. They are, they're called Humvees, and they're 4-wheel drive. They have great heaters in them, so they're very, very well used for what we're doing. But we're not allowed to actually pull vehicles out of the ditches with them or anything of that sort. But they have enough room for us to be able to fit several people in there.
Well, happening this week, Arkansas's MLK Commission is giving away free food. The commission is pushing back on food insecurity with their free giveaway in honor of Dr. King. Starting Wednesday, thousands of pounds of food will be distributed. Items will be handed out on a first-come, first-served basis. It happens at 11 a.m. at the commission's office in downtown Little Rock on Broadway. Today, the state lawmakers will convene for the start of this year's legislative session. Funding challenges surrounding prison overcrowding will be a top topic. Over 100 bills on other issues were also previously filed.
It's just an idea that someone had. It's a problem that they needed fixed in their life or in their family or their business, and this gives us the opportunity to address those needs as the General Assembly convenes every other year in the odd years.
We have a team at the Capitol covering the session as it happens. We'll have those new details during tonight's coverage.